The Unfiltered by Jade.
Jade.
Welcome to the Unfiltered by Jade, where we get out of the box and dive into topics that are sidelined. I look forward to entertain, educate, and inspire. Feel free to like, share, subscribe, donate, and make everybody know about this.
Beats by RB Records, a proud sponsor of The Unfiltered by Jade.
Shopping Assistance Jamaica takes the stress away. Our services include online and local shopping in Jamaica for individuals and businesses, personal shopping, purchasing of company and office supplies, importing and exporting small packages across Jamaica and worldwide, helping you to find unique gifts and items for all events and occasions. Contact us at 876-919-5195. Shopping Assistance 2015 at gmail.com. Follow Shopping Assistance on Instagram at Shopping Assist JA, at Twitter at Shopping Assist 5, and Facebook at The Shopping Assistance. Shopping Assistance, your style, your budget. Welcome back to the Unfiltered by Jade. Today we have with us a group of women, and they are here to inspire, educate, and entertain you. Today we're going to speak about looking back, and we are looking back at high school days. No, we're not going to tell you how long that has been, but we're looking back at high school days, and we are going to speak about the transformation that has taken place. So this is going to be a light conversation. Don't mind them. It's about having fun today. I'm going to introduce to you the persons who will be on it.
Hi.
So we'll be having Shafel, Jody,
I like
Celine,
that.
Jessica, and Shavanice. Hi, ladies.
Hello.
Hello, Jade.
Hi.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you so much, you guys, for coming. Thank you. So let's jump into the discussion. So, looking back at your high school experiences, what was your most regrettable and memorable experience you had?
Okay,
It's a tough one.
I can go.
I
Can you
didn't study.
you wanna? Okay, my most memorable moment, and Jessica could probably like chime in as well. Is when we won the netball
Aww.
tournament in 8th grade.
Oh yes.
That one was really big for me. You know why? Cause Jessica was a star netball player,
Oh
right? Like
Jesus.
she create a couple things for benefit them and so. And at the finale, like at the end, me got to throw the ball and me
Aww.
throwing the scoring ball.
Wow.
That was awesome.
I was gonna mess it up. I knew it. I had the ball in my hand, and them I say, "We are fling it over there." So for me, I said, "Me, I gonna mess it up. I gonna lose." And everybody, I'm career high school over, right?
Yeah.
But I got it in, and we
Thank
won,
God.
and we won, and it was epic. So that's my most memorable. It was epic.
Awesome,
I can
awesome,
never forget
awesome.
that. That was amazing. So.
Nice. What was your regrettable experience?
I don't know. I don't feel about that one, But,
Wow.
so anybody remember when Christopher
Oh my, yes, I
got
remember
requested
that.
them?
That was painful, yo.
Like I felt bad because I felt like we should have
Yeah,
stood up for him a little bit more, just because the teachers and the principal,
true.
they weren't in the crowd, right? It was us and Mr.
Mm-hmm.
Whoever, not to be named.
Right.
Right. So we were there. So they didn't have any follow up of what
True.
happened just based off of what the teacher said. But we saw what happened. We heard what happened. But all they could have seen was Chris flinging thumps and fight in the air. So you know what I mean? I was just like, I felt bad. I was just like, he had to wear that orange suit,
I
awful orange thing, for
yes.
like 2 weeks straight. You remember that? And that was so embarrassing. And I was like, nah, he didn't deserve that. So I felt like we should have stepped up a little bit more. Well, I should have, me if you know it, but yeah, like it was
True.
unjust. It wasn't
Yeah.
fair. So yeah.
Mhm. Jessica?
For me, it was so many memories to be honest, but I think one of my memorable experience was I
Eh.
Stedford.
Okay.
I am a
Yeah.
sucker for the performing arts, and that gave me an outlet to be me, to enjoy, music, dance, speech, the whole works. So for me, looking forward to that every year was just like a breath of fresh air. A regrettable experience. I'm just gonna go
Oh
right in.
my.
High school, you want love, you're looking for stuff.
Oh.
I think I regret making out with someone, not sexually, but
Jesus whip and mash up
No,
piece of
hold
I
bread.
on there.
really not being
How do
that
you? How do
interested.
you?
Hello.
Because
I'm
I
stuck on.
knew it wasn't
This is
probably
I'm
going to
dying.
stuck
go
on.
anywhere.
I'm me alone stuck on the making out, not sexually. Is there an
That,
opposite to that?
no, because of course, high school, we don't really into those stuff. Yes, we kiss and,
Yeah, we
those
don't
little
know what
things,
the hell it
but
is.
we weren't
Uh,
thinking
Kiss
sex
and
then. But,
love.
alka guy
Just
like,
kiss and
kissing
love.
her up,
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm,
So,
I'm, I'm
I
sorry, my
mean,
mind.
a part of me probably knew I wouldn't go there in terms of a relationship,
Uh-huh.
Right.
but then I still, made up with the guy in terms of
Do
kiss
we
the
know
guy.
who the guy
And
is?
Mm,
Oh.
I think I regretted it because probably it's haunting me somewhat to this
Oh
day.
We know
If
him?
y'all know,
We know him.
oh, y'all do, and some of
Okay.
y'all
You
don't
are home,
stop
and you are home.
pesting me about him even in
We
this
know him.
present
Hey.
day.
Oh
But
Mm-hmm.
yes,
Jesus. Hey.
but
Jesus.
to be honest, a really nice person, but I regretted doing that,
Okay.
having that
oh, okay. Oh,
experience.
okay.
Oh
Okay.
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 my.
Shafel, he'll come into you.
Hey. Hey.
Um, my most memorable moment. It's not something good to remember, but it's something that I can't
Stuck with you.
forget. Um,
Well,
it's something that I can never forget, and I always talk about it. I make joke at myself about it. But
I feel like I know
in
this.
eighth grade, it was sports day,
Mm,
and I was coming from seventh grade where I was champion girl because I did love track
Champs.
dance. So
Boy.
The champ is here.
and I'm doing the 100 meter and I'm actually winning the race and like
mm,
Mm-hmm.
right at the finish line I drop
Yeah.
right
mm.
there and then it
Yeah.
didn't stop there. The next day I did the 200 meter and the same
And she
thing
dropped.
happened and I'm like, okay, maybe tracks is not for me anymore.
It is your foot
But it
tired,
was.
man.
No, she was really good, Jade. I'm telling
Yeah,
you.
I got my nickname from a coach named Shafal because of
Mm-hmm.
it.
I
Yeah,
Mhm.
remember
Oh
that.
Christ.
I remember
yeah,
that.
so that was it. Most regrettable thing for high school. Probably that I didn't take tracks as serious as I should have.
I would have a rich friend on the scene.
Don't it?
Sure.
Mm.
Look
duh,
at
right
it.
through.
Olympian
Yeah.
stuff,
So yeah, I think
medals.
that is it for me.
Mm. Jody.
Hi. All right. Memorable. Memorable. I would have to say it was the valedictorian service where I sang with a group of talented ladies.
Woyo.
Aww.
Yes.
Yes, I can honestly say that day, I literally, I think that was my lowest day of my life in high school ever. Backstory not needed. It was family related,
Yeah.
and I had the best support group on stage that night, and I don't even know. Maybe my life would have taken a different turn because the regrettable portion of that now was after we did our set on the stage. Oh my god, I sound official, our set. Yeah. So when we
Oh
went
my.
backstage, Daniel's father, Daniel DJ Kurt Riley, came to me and he said if you ever want to do nothing on a professional
Alive.
level, him say if you ever want to do nothing on a serious level, you must link me, and he gave me his card. And
Oh
Nice.
my.
So the
Nice.
I
honest.
did not pursue that.
So the
You want
honest.
a beating.
I did.
Oh,
I
Hence the
didn't.
regret.
Yeah, that segues into the regrettable movement. There were
Wow.
other external factors as to why I didn't, pursue it.
Yeah.
Namely because I my upbringing wasn't of that
Mm.
secular, they didn't
Yeah.
embrace the diversity and
Understand.
all of that. So
Right.
it was perceived that if I walk down that path, I will be no more. So I was kind of steered away from that opportunity. But inside, I really said to myself, what if I had taken that opportunity? Because I mean,
Yes.
once you're in the door, you it's who you know after that, and then you can
Yes.
you can chart your path afterwards. You don't have to be a part of that secular group. You
True.
you
Yeah.
can you can just get in, have the network, and then decide what you want to do afterwards. But you have
Right.
links.
Right.
But that was
Yes.
not something that I pursued, and that is actually one of my biggest regrets. Because I could be there instead of working for digital. Honest to God,
Jesus have mercy.
honest
Thank
to
God, see none of them
honest
may I use the blows now. Come
honest,
on, know like
honest,
what?
honest to God, me can't take a slave ship them at Jamaica. Me can't take it.
I tell you, all
But
of it.
yeah,
Oh
the
my
9 to 5
gosh.
life. Mm-mm. But yeah,
Hey, um, okay, Joe. Okay. Sidine,
Oh, I mean, I left
Miss, can we? Huh?
The voice.
Well, let me tell you. I have them. I ranked it in top
Oh my
three.
goodness.
My most memorable would be ICF.
nice
Yes.
I'm a
again.
Yeah.
Christian from birth.
Boy,
Never have a choice. Me come out, come see it.
boy.
I'm like it, so me never leave it. Right? So the fact that it was there in high school and there was a group. I don't call it a club, right? It's a group of persons that share the same sentiments in the same faith. It was good for me, and the fact that I've always wanted a channel to spread the word, and for the mere fact that I've seen comments on Facebook that I can still see up to this day that persons made even from other schools when I would have performed at ICF.
Sing Jesus.
So I know that I would have touched lives. There was a specific young man at Meadowbrook where me never ever did know say him would have even listened, and he shocked me with a comment, and I was like, whoa, I would have fulfilled my purpose in what I wanted to do. The second
Yeah.
one would be I enjoyed the fact, not because it was a flip side. I had a sick back in high school, but
Yeah.
that was a regrettable part. The regrettable part, but the good part was that I got exempted from the roughneck PE teacher, so sometimes I didn't have to do
What's
PE.
your name, Miss Hamilton?
Yeah,
Girl gonna leave my coach alone though.
right. That roughneck person, but
Boy.
it was so good that I could escape PE on the off moments that I don't like track and field and softball. My
Yeah.
back was working for volleyball and netball, but not the others, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, and then the most regrettable for me though was when that same roughneck teacher licked me in my back for no reason.
Ooh.
And my mother, because she know me stay from prep school, warned me before I go high school. Any teacher do you nothing, don't take them on. Come tell me.
Right.
And she
Right.
will deal with it. I
Right.
passed this woman class with 98%. And because of that, when my mother reached, she feel so nice, she forget to tell off the woman for me. I had that up in my heart for a while till every
Oh
time I remember I
my.
tell my mother say you never deal with the situation, and I feel
Mm-hmm.
better if I did
Yeah.
answer the lady.
Sound
Yeah.
like you
Yeah.
still have it up though. That's okay.
No, I'm good. Me see her after that and me not feel no way, but you just asked me about the most regrettable. It was my most regrettable for a good while.
Well, I like the answers that you guys gave, really,
Aw.
as to your memorable and your regrettable experience. I don't think I had a regrettable experience
Oh, you don't?
at all. No, I don't think so.
Wow.
I think I almost had a fight with Chevanese on the courtyard,
Oh my god!
and
Why?
I
Alive.
threw my cheese crunches at
How would
you,
this?
Cheese crunches is fight though.
Miss. Miss,
Yes.
we were upset at each
Oh
other, and I was
yes,
so
we
angry.
were.
I threw down my cheese crunches.
Yes,
You
that
waste
was in
food.
eighth grade. That was in eighth grade, wasn't it?
So say it
I
clear.
think that was in grade
Sorry.
eight.
Yeah, we were
Yes,
on the
I
eighth
think that
grade
was in
block
grade
when it
eight.
happened. You're right.
Yes.
The
We
bag
were
did pull.
angry. No,
I
we were
don't
emotionally
know.
angry.
Come,
We
should have
were
did it.
emotionally angry.
We
We
were
weren't. It's
emotionally
not
angry.
physically to
Yeah, it wasn't
fight
physical,
anybody.
No, me not really matter.
No,
No, me
because
just
you
did
That was
one.
wastage
No.
of food though.
you
At that
throw
time
down the
point
cheese
out.
crunches so the
Exactly.
physical, the
I was
physical
sad
got
about it
satisfied.
afterwards. I was very
Absolutely.
sad about it afterwards. But
Yes.
Right
yeah.
now the cheese crunches me sad about.
Girl.
Me I
Okay,
Am I
feel
gonna
Bellas.
it.
share that? I think for the experience that I enjoyed most, well, there's a number of them. One of them is the fact that I did not have to get to. I did not do Spanish anymore. And Shuffle and I sculled. Well,
Yes,
we
we
didn't
did.
skull, but we
Yes,
walked all
we
over the
did.
place during when everybody was learning como estas,
¿Cómo te llamo?
Muy bien, gracias.
which
Yeah.
that is, and I said I cannot speak it, sir. I I do not want to attend this class, and they exempted us, and I was able to, what's the word? Not attend the class. I was able to skull class,
No,
and
Wow.
be
I did
present.
not. I did not feel any way sculling
I did
class.
not.
Not at all.
It was not sculling. We had a free session.
That's right. Okay, go
Okay.
ahead. Go ahead, City.
I think
Oh
I think
God.
for Jessica and Shavanice,
Yes.
maybe Jody. I think we can all remember one of the best moments though in sixth form.
I was the
That
sixth one.
those Carib studies moment when we that was our free session when we'd go to the best office in the world and just sit and chat. Who
Oh,
would
me never,
remember that?
me never did that there.
We
I,
never did it.
me
We
never
went
did it.
right up to Miss you did it, man.
Me-
Miss
Yes,
Reed.
you remember?
Yes.
Oh,
Oh,
Oh.
don't forget, Mrs.
yes,
Reed. That,
that is true.
But so
don't go
remember
on
that
like when.
I only went to sixth form for like a couple months before
Yeah,
I
I
went
wasn't
to
in sixth
Oh,
class.
I
form
never
at all.
remember.
I wasn't in the
See
Exactly.
island.
there,
Me
so
left
me and
after fifth film.
see there, so me and Jessica that
Yes,
enjoy.
I remember because I think Rani was there as well
Ranny
and
was
Chad.
there,
Yeah,
Chad. We
we
were
used
there,
to break
man.
those sessions.
Oh,
I went one
jeez.
and two time, but not all the time.
That's where I got one of my my motivation speeches from her to say that I need to get a husband that can rub
Oh,
my back for me and all
Whoa,
these things.
Lord of
from Miss
And
Reed?
mercy.
look
My
at you now.
I tell her God is good. I need to
God
tell her
is
thanks.
You know
Amen.
what? You know what? I'm gonna change something. I'm gonna add, not change it. Let me add something to it. I remember going to her after class. I was going to Mrs. Reed after class, and she helped with my homework.
Oh,
She just nice like that, you know.
she. Yes,
Yeah,
Yeah,
she is.
she's very respectable. I mean,
yeah.
yes,
she
she
run me
is.
off a stage.
Wow,
I respect her same way, and she run me off a stage.
it's okay, Jody.
Yeah,
It's
it's
not you.
okay. It's
Yeah,
okay.
but guys,
It wasn't you. It
she held
wasn't
us to
you.
a
I
high
know.
standard, though. That's good. I was saying that she held us to a high standard, so I didn't,
Yeah.
we had to, you know what I mean. But that she actually surprised me. I didn't expect her to be that great, to be honest. Like she
Yes.
did,
Yeah.
like so. Yeah, big on Mrs.
I
Reed.
think a lot of people was in awe when we actually saw her smile
Yes,
Yes,
Yes.
because
Yes.
we were
yes.
The
so used to
first day
her
she
being
smiled,
stern.
we
Yeah.
didn't know that could happen.
with the
Nope.
extra.
Yes.
Never know she come with a setting there.
She's a
It,
beautiful
she's
lady, you know, man. And I
She
just,
very.
you
is.
guys were just wrong to call her name. So we're moving on to the next question. The next question is, how has your high school experience cultivated the way you are now as an adult?
Wow.
Nothing. No,
Jesus.
Wow.
no.
Oh,
Jesus.
wow.
Chevernies,
I'm
me hear
joking.
that.
All right, no,
For
I'm joking.
somebody will lower me
I'm
hear
not.
that.
Well, I finish. Nothing for me as an adult, like, but for me, like, I would say that it cultivated most of my friendships. Like, my long-lasting friendships, it
Yeah.
cultivated that because I have
Yeah.
I
the friends that
agree.
I have know, like you guys and a few other people out there, like. That's for over a decade. You understand what I mean? Not even
Mm-hmm.
friends from college I've had that long. I mean, I
True.
know them, but we're not in tune. You know what
Yeah.
I
That's
mean? Are
right.
checking in on each other and stuff like that. Going to each
Mm-hmm.
other's weddings and all sorts of something. Like nobody was doing that in college. So for me, high school cultivated that, and then it made me really, what's the word? um like I was just happy that I could choose great friends. You know what I mean? My mom always said that. My mom was like, my shoulders, my head is on the shoulder. Like from she see who I go around, she
Yeah.
just knows say if I go Timbuktu, me I go pick great people. You know what I mean? To be
Mm-hmm.
surround myself with.
And the
So
standard set from this little
yeah,
group already. So
yeah.
if
So
even if
that.
you go anywhere, like when I migrated and I left and went to a whole new different country,
Mm-hmm.
the persons who I only have two people on that in my entire journey
Yeah.
there, living there. Only two come even closer. They still don't come close.
To this exactly, exactly. No, it's true. It's true. So there you go, Jade.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you. Sidi, you said you were last. No, you
You're
can
You're not
go.
next.
last.
I would agree with Chevernies. This was one of the questions that was baffling me because I was like, what? But then all I could come back to was my friends. I mean, You have the crazy ones, you have the ones that you can just talk to, they deal with some serious business. Market all of them, but you have a friend for everything and they all came from the same crop, high school. I mean, I do have friends from college, but as Chavanese would rightly say, it was really all from high school. And I remember my mom saying something like, them in them psychology business and so on. Them say, you have to make your friend them before midlife crisis or something. And I laugh at her because I say, poor you, because, yeah, my set. Because long before midlife crisis, have my set, or we can, and I like that because we can call each other. We in each other business. Everybody are for auntie to for pitney, all these lovely things. And I mean, I like it, and I see us going old and gray and fit
That's
together as
nice.
friends.
There
And I
you go. She
mean,
put in the fit. Me rate it. Come
I'm
me
not
heard
for
it.
put it in is encouragement for all of us,
That's
except for
right.
Jessica. Come on,
No,
know what
I need it.
she's done.
Jessica, look
I
here.
need it.
If you ever hear a little crack them in our hip over the weekend, Shirley's birthday party. Me hear
Oh,
them.
I
Right
was an
there now.
auntie.
Me hear the hip hop. Me hear it.
Telling you.
I was an auntie over that weekend.
Shafel, you're quiet.
It's the same for me. The friends that I made during high school. We have a group that we talk almost every day, and it's from first form come right up, and nothing changes. Even though persons have migrated, we
Yeah.
still keep the link. And
I
I
wish you had
really,
true word pun. Sorry, go ahead.
You,
Not good.
we still keep the link, and we tell each other how much we appreciate it because we learn so much from each other. And as Sedine was saying, you can pull on different persons for different things. But if it's one thing I'm very grateful for Meadowbrook is the set of persons that I met and the friendships that were made.
Yeah.
Nice.
And guys, isn't it that like every time a Meadowbrook's person see a next Meadowbrook person will automatically just go, hey, and
Yeah,
I
it's
it's
know,
like
like
a
you
right?
can't
Yes,
pass when you
it's
go
the
to school
culture.
It's
doing that.
true. It's
Yeah,
true.
me not see not
Yeah.
at school I do them
It's
something
true.
there.
because all I want to lose one screw. We never know that.
Girl
I
bad.
even get it at work. You used to commit a
It's
right? I
true.
was like,
Yeah.
why at my
Even if they were
Guys,
workplace
ahead
guys,
of
though?
you or
guys.
below you, them going to link you. Them not
Let
pass
me
you
tell you
around.
one story. Me go in a juicy beef and I buy patty. And one girl hand me the
Mm-mm.
patty and she goes, Shawnee. I was like, hello. So me I think my name upon the ticket now or something. So she's like, oh, you were my and then she cover her mouth, you were my prefect. I
Yeah.
was like, what? I was like, really? You remember me? And she was like, yeah. And Ronnie them and she started calling out all our name and I was just like, wow, she gave me an extra patty, guys. That
That's
was
awesome.
Try no such a pay feet. Yeah.
listen. But still, it's true. Like we get it all the time. It's crazy.
Yeah, it is.
It's a look.
I think persons have stopped my sisters and asked them if they know me, and I'm like, who is that? I have no clue who those persons are, but okay. Listen, I mean, I get the friendship. I mean, the friendship is there. We get that from high school. I just had a different view of high school. I did not, I did not fit in any
Talk to
group.
me. We are talking about.
It's true. I mean, I was a part of a group, but I never felt like I fit in. You had all of you guys who were brilliant. I mean, hold
Hello,
on,
you
no,
Just
hold on,
are
hold on,
you
hold on,
brilliant.
yourself,
hold on,
Jade,
hold
are
on, hold
brilliant.
on, hold
Hello.
on,
Wait.
hold on.
Hold on.
All of you guys were in a love school.
Excuse me.
No,
Hello.
no, 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 no,
And
no.
hold on,
Mm-mm.
hold on,
Let her
Let
say
me
her
finish. Hold
piece.
on.
hold on.
Remember the list of persons that you have
Me
on your
can't take the
podcast.
censorship
I
when
know,
me
Just
right?
start
wait,
saying
just
that.
wait, no,
Me
just
can't take the
wait.
censorship. Me can't take
Eh,
it.
everybody had their little, they like this subject and they do this subject and who
Oh
is good in
Jesus!
physics. And I was waiting for lunchtime to come so I can buy lunch.
No, girl. No, you're pushing it.
It's true. It is true because I was never. I'm like, okay, everybody's sitting down and talking about chemistry, physics,
Miss
whatever, and
Jade,
everybody is
remember,
talking about Q plus something and
Okay.
something another, and
Never
I'm
me
like,
that.
okay,
that was not
okay.
me.
Yeah, that's never me.
Hold
That was
on there.
not me.
Me no
Never
know Q
ever.
plus.
Never.
Madam Speak, sir. You sure it's the right group of people you talk about?
The right set of people. So I mean, I had friends, but
Right.
in like when people say, okay, they have the nerds group, I don't know how I fit in that nerds group at all.
You know.
And then you had some other group over there and some other group. Like I never saw
Yeah, there
myself
were a lot of
fitting.
cliques. There were a
Yes,
lot of
I
cliques
did
before,
not
yeah.
see myself
Oh, okay,
fitting
okay.
under one of those. I had friends from different cliques.
But
Yeah.
Jade, he's similar for me still, because if you look at that, I am not in any of the groups. Check some of the group them on the phone.
A
I don't have
true.
none of them on my phone.
A
But what
true.
me all of them are friend.
It's
True.
true.
Mark,
And
I
you're
don't have the
popular,
time for.
yeah?
It's true.
I would tell somebody that my cross section of friends at high school was very weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I couldn't see it. Like I would be getting invitation to like every party there is in Meadowbrook
Mm-hmm.
for a set of friends because of you don't have a set of friends. So you have
Yeah.
Follow it.
Jessica them over here, so then you have the Daniel them over here, and Rochelle them, and then you have the Sanya over there. So,
Mm,
but
Yeah.
you were never, I was never in. So just
exclusive.
like you, right?
Yeah.
Me just did sit down there and say, "Here goes me."
Mm,
Me no, if you see me, you see me,
mhm.
and then just take me. So you say, "See me and come take me." So as that I
Yeah,
just so
I
I
mean,
see him
because
What
room.
you talk about?
I
Man,
know.
shit. We did that with the away all the time. Like, yeah.
May I
Remember, say me
interject?
could have. Yes, dear.
I think for me and the experience in high school, apart from helping me to somewhat keep my circle small, because at the end of the day, my experience at Meadowbrook was all over the place. I was still doing good in school, yes, but then I was involved in netball, involved in dance. I was involved in a lot of things. So I would talk to a lot of people everywhere, but there was no solid friendship. Let me clarify in terms of, yes, I spoke to people from netball team and would still go out and be invited to stuff. But then at the end of the day, it still brought me back to one common denominator or one small circle, which is the friends that I still have now from Middlebrook. Because half of the people that I played netball with or danced with, yes, we may link maybe once a year on each other's birthday or something, but it never really
It's not
stuck all the
sustained.
way.
It's
Not
not
So
that
sustained.
deep.
that experience helped me to say, you know what, you don't need to talk to everybody and everybody
nope,
all up in
True.
your business, and you need
True.
to be up
nope.
in everybody's business. You keep
Yeah.
your
True.
circle small, those who you can go to and talk to about real raw issues and not
Yeah.
feel judged.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
for that experience from me, it has shaped me how I am now as an adult. I will go to work, I see you, you see me, we talk, but when I go home, that's it. I
Yeah.
try to keep work, home, and keep
Yeah.
whatever friendship I already
Remain
built
separate.
then. No, because if I should get married, I don't think I'd invite anybody from work. So it just helped me to say, you know what, keep
No,
your circle
girl.
small. Is not everybody is for you and will support you and be for you. So just,
Yes.
just keep it small. And that's what I've been doing as an adult through those experiences in high school.
Okay.
Yeah, you learn, man. You learn.
Yep.
I mean, you
Learning
learned.
process. And I'm still learning.
God
Right.
is good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hear the
All the
growth.
time.
I
Everybody
tell
has
you.
answered that question. We can't
Yeah.
keep up, All right,
Jody.
so
Eh?
What the answer the question there? Yeah, Jody.
No.
I wasn't a bookworm, so me no know. I mean, one or two little nerdish things they come out about me. Me and Ronnie had this undeniable bond with Scrabble. So we had this Scrabble
Oh,
thing.
Jesus.
Yeah, man.
Yes.
Always back out the
Yes.
Scrabble board. Yeah, man.
Yes.
But outside of that, there was nothing nerdish about me. I boy, I don't know. I one of the most pretentious period of my life. Like you know,
wow.
swear, so I know something. But I don't. To me, looking back, I don't think I was my best self academically.
I wasn't
Then
either, Jody. I
I
agree.
so me can't maybe in my mind at that time I probably was to myself, lying to myself every morning, like yeah. But no, it wasn't like that for me. Mm-mm. It wasn't. I tried, but I wasn't my best. I could have been. I mean,
Could have been
that
better.
yeah, that would segue into some other questions that you have for this evening prep, I guess. But yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So in high school, the subjects you chose to do, did they set the standard for your career? No.
Mm.
Sigh.
Only one.
Let's be
Only
fair.
one. Only
Let's
one.
be fair.
Only
I
one.
don't think we got enough guidance in high
Thank
No.
school.
you. Thank
To
you,
me, I don't think
Chapel.
guidance. To me, I see high school being an adult now, looking in on it, and going through what I went through in college, and knowing what I know now from external education, resources and everything. I think high school is another level of preschool. You just go there to learn how to make
Oh my
proper
God.
friends. Yeah, because
Huh.
the curriculum there is not nurtured for. I mean, you'll have the lucky eggs,
Yeah,
but in general, it's almost like,
I agree.
at the end of the day, you give the lion and the elephant and the snail the same test, and whichever one do it the best, that's the
Right,
standard.
right.
So I mean, for me, I only got one good impact from one subject.
For one subject?
Yeah, IT. And is it stick with me till
Oh,
now? On
Okay.
information technology. And is it stick
Okay.
with me to now? But where I am now isn't, it's because of what it piqued my interest, some qualities of it when I was in high school. But the rest of it, where I am now, I took myself there afterwards.
Yes. Yes.
So it's really for me deciding on which one is the lesser evils to pick out of, and then just focus on it. Because I was bad at math. I'm a wizard.
right. What is math for,
What is
guys?
that?
What is
Bad
math
at
for?
English. Not English. English is awesome, but math,
Mm-mm.
chemistry, bio, physics. What are those? Why do
Sure.
we have them? Why do we need them? Maybe Ronnie can answer that,
Well, Ronnie,
but
yeah, but
me can't answer that.
yeah,
Mm-mm.
me neither.
I beg to
Chevanese.
differ.
Oh,
And
okay.
yes, and nurse. The
Yes,
nurse and the
nurse.
nurse and the charcoal. Yes.
Right.
Talk up your nurse.
For me,
I think for me, I kind of always knew what I wanted. It's either the sciences or some
amen.
aspect of business. And for me, I was never one sided in high school. So I did both in,
Mm-hmm.
I guess, ninth grade up. And then in sixth form, I did both. So in case one don't work out, I can jump back on something.
Hmm.
And to this day, it's been working. I
To
mean, I am
focus.
in healthcare and then I am also in administration. So
Who
I
this
Right
guess
now.
both
wicked?
worked out for me in the end.
My God.
Who
God is good.
stability? Who stability?
Let me tell you.
My
Hot dog.
pension.
Chevanese.
Um, yeah, no. Here's the thing, though.
Oh my God.
So for
Somebody say
me,
you
right?
know.
So for me, right? I switched my first. Y'all remember it was law for me. So
Right.
everybody tell me some I can chat. So clearly that's where to go.
Where we
But
get
I
that
was
standard from?
disappointed.
Jesus.
Our
I was
parents.
disappointed
Thank
because
you.
if anybody really knows, I don't know if anybody on this going to know that, but I really wanted to do medicine. I wanted to deliver kids. That's what I wanted to do. And then I failed bio. Actually, I didn't fail. I didn't fail. It was when they were separating us to the arts and the sciences that era. That when they were
Mm-hmm.
doing that, I didn't do as well in bio to secure my
Oh.
spot in the med section with the med
Ah.
kids. So I
Oh.
didn't do, like, say the passing mark was what, like 90, whatever it was. I didn't do. So that one incident literally threw me off, and now I had to
Mm.
go jump onto something else. Mind you, I did like law, I did love history and all that. I'm still passionate about stuff like that. But yeah, I went to college and switched in my first year. I hated it over there. The law, the US law was awful. You understand what I mean? It wasn't nothing that we were looking at in, all the black people in Jamaica and no, that we
Oh
were being
my.
taught. It wasn't that. It was straight white people, fit in
Jesus.
politics, the way them
Mm-mm.
want you. And I was sitting in the class looking at the professor like, what is this? Like, no. Me no know. So when I learn about another set of people and for them rights, no? All right, cool. So I switched to mass media,
Yeah.
which
That,
is
that,
now what I'm still in, which is digital
mm,
marketing. So yeah, so high school for me, no. But yeah, I did, that's probably one of my regrets too. I probably should have like fought harder to even say take over bio. You understand what I mean? Like for just get a
Mm-hmm.
higher grade to then secure my spot. But I didn't. And then of course, everybody was like, yeah, lawyers, they make money too. And I'm like, okay, great. Well, whatever. But yeah, it was that's for me. So nothing that
Just
I've
to
learned in high
interject,
school.
Shav,
Yeah.
people say you talk a lot and you should be a lawyer, but look at it, you're in marketing.
You still have a chat?
And you sound like a marketer because I think you can probably sell anything and get
I
and
sell ice
convince
to
I
people.
can't
So
Eskimo.
probably
sell.
it
I
really
can't
wasn't
sell,
supposed to
guys.
be law, but I'm just saying.
But yeah, thank you. Appreciate that.
Ah.
Yeah, we're all flawless. All right, who's next?
Who's coming next?
I
Okay,
think it. Yeah, go ahead.
I'll jump in. For me, I was always a kid. I want to be a bank manager. I see money and my eyes just light up.
Light up.
What?
Yeah, I always wanted to be a bank manager, but then I was like, oh no, that ain't gonna work. So when I went to high school, we just know, say, we need to get the business accounts part in. But in prep school, I was introduced to IT. I'm love it. I just shut it up. So when I reach high school, I said, let us drop this in the mix as well. So I was like, is there a way to mix accounts with IT? And I was always trying to wonder. But I never really wanted to do like be an accountant, but I wanted to know accounts. But I wasn't in high school. I wasn't taught that, so I was just waiting to go to university to see what was there. But for sure, I know that I had to do accounts and IT. Those were my ones.
And it helps you with
Nice.
your career now?
Yes, I started out doing financial statements audits, which would
Nice.
Nice.
encompass accounting.
Mm-hmm.
Um, when I went to you, if I was properly advised, it wasn't even at high school, it would have been at university,
Hello?
about how the structure was at
Hello?
university to tell you to select. I didn't know my thing was as special, and if you select this, you can't do no minors, so that would have affected me in doing IT. So I was trying to find a way to do it. Is when I started working, I learned about doing my certifications that will help me to mix IT
Yes.
with the whole accounting part. So now I'm doing IT audits. So
Nice.
so basically I would have done both. And where I'm working now, it is so helpful that them want fling me upon audits that would have even have the financial parts of it because of my financial background.
Nice.
Right.
So it does work in hand. Having the IT knowledge and the accounting knowledge working together, I soon be the consultant.
That's
Yeah.
right. That's right.
Yes,
Okay.
here my
Wonderful.
retirement
Wonderful.
money.
Chef?
Um, I think I did a mixture of courses in high school.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think during high school I actually knew what I wanted to be. It just because again I was not the book type of girl. So I did a mixture. I knew I always liked business. I did the business course, but never liked maths. I think accounts was maths, so I never take up accounts.
That's true.
But I am in the business field right now, and I guess that's where I was supposed to be. But I really do believe that schools should guide students more career wise, because going in, you only hear doctor, lawyer, teacher,
Indian
nurse,
chief.
police, but there is so much other fields and careers that you can branch into. Like we're
Mm-hmm.
talking and we're like, did you know that real estate was actually like a career that you can do?
Of
Like,
course.
Yes.
come
Of
on,
course.
like
It's one of
Oh
the
yes.
best.
Oh yes.
It's
it
one of the
is.
best.
And when I ended up working in the real estate field, whatever, I'm like, why didn't I know about this before? I wish I really do wish, or I hope for future, the curriculum guidance,
Yeah.
they talk about more than just what they've been teaching us, what really never stick
Yeah.
in a high
Mm-mm.
school.
Not
Guidance is
nothing
guiding you.
applicable.
Yes,
Yeah.
guiding me to make my career choice, helping me figure out what I want to do. Not just tell me in ninth grade, oh, pick some courses. You have to pick a science course. You have to pick a this. But help me to grow myself.
Exactly.
My
Yeah.
Jessica?
Yeah, as she spoke about picking subjects, the book came to mind, and I think I found it some years ago after high school, of course, and I tried to redo it. You remember we got this book where we tried to find careers, I guess, based on like your
Yep.
personality and all of that. It would kind of guide you
Mm-hmm.
into if you should go into healthcare services, hospitality, whatever it is. But I think we didn't really recognize the importance of it because I'm sure I don't even remember what I got, but when I redid it, it wasn't the same thing. And I was like, okay, did I just like waste something here? I don't know. But I
Right.
think if we had gotten that proper guidance to use that book, it would have helped
Exactly.
us know
Yeah.
Waste of money.
without
Did you
finding way to, we reach UA or university to say,
to
oh,
find
well,
out
this is
what
what
is
I
it about?
want to
But
do.
even then, when you reach university level, the information is still
yes,
withheld to a great extent. You only
it
find
is.
out
True.
once you're trying to navigate yourself in the real world.
True.
It
And
is.
then now you have to supplement after your parents spend how much money I try to send you.
Right.
You have to supplement with certification because you hear say after college, after you get that $1 million degree, I know that really land you in certain jobs that look for certification and them something there.
Right.
Especially if I know IT is one of those kind of jobs
Yeah,
where
I know, right, Jody?
certification worth more
Jesus.
than masters and
You
PhD, you
better
know.
I
believe it.
tell ya.
You better believe it.
PhD nah keep for IT. What that where
Nope.
you go with that?
They
Waste your money and your
don't
time.
recognize it for
No, you
true.
need certs in fields, you need specializations with systems that land your jobs. But them not gonna tell you them something because the
Them want
There's
them
system
money
set
in
take
up.
your
money.
money.
Yeah, that's what I'm telling you. So all of these, to me, these institutions, I mean, they have a lot of growth to do in terms of how they structure the curriculum. And
Hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, the most we can do for our generations to come is to guide them based on what we learn now,
Right.
so that we kind of tread softly. We know, so we have to make them go through the system anyway to some degree. But as they're going through it, be that supportive pillar to kind of guide whatever decisions they choose to make based on our own experiences. Cause we know where the bleeding of the money going happen, So
Hey,
we don't want a repeat of history. So yeah,
Did we actually have career day? I don't
We,
remember.
we
I only
did.
yeah,
remember
We
that
sit
we
from
down
did.
in the
college.
auditorium and some
Yeah.
police come talk to it.
I
Which
Yeah.
we
probably
never
didn't
go to.
attend.
Which police?
You da skip class that day.
Them bring them bring
I
the
probably, I probably didn't attend because I don't remember
Yeah.
this.
Okay,
yeah,
Yeah.
only
man. It
thing
was
Vaguely,
there.
I do
We
But
was in the
remember.
only thing I
auditorium.
remember in the auditorium was a little the fit them. Macadam
my
and blackberry.
God,
Wow.
Wow, not
Um.
ISTF, not I
No.
stepped out. Oh, okay.
And that too, and that too.
And then they carried us up to Yui one time,
yeah,
and
man. They did it, man. And we went to UA. Right, we did
they
in
carried
the
us
same
in.
period.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm glorious called the class too, you
I,
know.
I
No, no,
don't
let me
remember
tell
going
you.
to you.
I don't remember that. I don't
I never
remember
got
it.
you either.
Let me tell you. I really don't know if anything I learned in high school cultivated the way I'm an adult now. Honestly. And I'm not even listen,
I
I
agree.
wanted to work in entertainment and there was nothing in high school to help me with that.
I agree
Praise
Nothing.
the
with
Yeah,
Lord.
that.
yeah.
I can say administrative, which was the course, administrative assistant or something to that effect.
Office
But
admin.
that's right, that's the course.
We
I
did
think it was
office
office
admin.
office admin that helped me in entertainment for some strange reason, but it goes hand in hand. Um, but I left high school, don't even know what I want to become. I didn't.
Yeah.
And it's after
True.
high school, then I figured out media. And from then I have been it. Because I left high school, I went into social work. Who in God's name sent me to do social work after
Yeah, I
high
was
school?
I was wondering.
That was interesting. I was
You
like,
know, funny thing is, I switched and started social work as well. I want to do it still because I really do love social work.
wow, nice.
But
Oh, you can come to the hospital and work. They're
No,
needed.
no. Sheffield, that's for you. That's not for me. I
I've got
didn't.
the first degree, and I told myself that I really want to go back and finish the social work one. But yeah,
No,
Wow.
I don't know about that. I know I'm gonna stick in entertainment. That's where I belong. Nothing else. Nothing
Yes,
else.
and I need my friends to be diverse. I can't have everybody in the same place. That's what I
Yeah.
liked about my friends. When I like to sit down and I write it out and I write down. I say lawyer and I know that okay. I say Russell and Sophia over there. So
You
and then I look
mean?
over there. So I must say Mark. I must say Jody at IT. So and then could stress me. I have my laptop and send it over there.
Yeah.
So and then
Before
just
you start giving out information to the audience that they can now contact these people, can we move on to the next question?
Jesus.
So,
no, they have to pay me. They have to pay me.
all right,
Name
consultant,
dropping.
what we're trying to find out is are there things that you deemed important in high school that are very insignificant now?
I think
One,
for me, let me jump in. For me,
yes,
I think
Nice.
a part of the thing that I thought was important was fitting in because I was so
Yes.
involved.
Yes.
I thought that okay, yeah, I have to do it all. I have to,
Yeah.
yeah, and fitting, and I
That was
wasn't
mine
necessarily
too.
being my authentic self.
Yes.
And this day, oh, it's very insignificant, very very
Very
insignificant.
insignificant.
Me, I be me even at work as much as that they have put me in an administrative role. This is who I am. This is what I stand for. I'm not going to succumb to the culture of this organization that is not me and try to fit in and blend in and be like every other manager.
Oh no.
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 yeah, that's my
So
friend.
That was
I
a
mean,
difference for
I'm
me.
gonna agree with you on that
Me agree too.
because when I thought about it and I was like, I think I probably wanted to be in a group, but then at a point I was screwed at. I don't fit in
It's
any group, and
pressure.
I feel it's not anything that is of significance to be in any group because
Yes.
right now at this age I probably don't talk to a lot of people anyway
There we
because
go.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
right. So I mean, you keep your circle really small and really
Really
tight.
small.
So
Yeah.
you don't at this point. So why was I trying to fit in? Was I trying to fit in just because everybody else was in a
Was
little group
doing
or a
it.
niche?
Yeah.
And when I realized I didn't fit in, I just okay, anybody I talk to, I just talk to and call it a day. And at this point, I'd be forcing myself to fit in groups that I did not belong in. And would I have been the person I am today? No, come I probably would have been a waste woman somewhere
Yeah,
because
Oh
you.
of
my
who I
Yeah,
God.
choose to
but
join
I
Mercy.
rebuke
or
that.
Hi.
no. Depending on the people that you choose, because people who you choose to be around with
Influence.
define sometimes who you are,
Yeah,
Okay.
True.
true.
Yeah.
right?
Point taken.
So
Agree.
in that point, I'm trying to say. So at this point in my life, in my 30s, in this time in my life, when it is that
In our
I,
fabulous day and age,
I look back, I'm like, hey, people really don't need to try to fit in anywhere. Just be yourself. Who
yes,
likes you. Who
they will be
doesn't, doesn't.
attracted to you and your energy.
Yes.
Yeah,
That's
And honestly,
nice.
will
mine
be.
is similar to that, but it's not really like fitting in. It's more like just always staying on top of things. Because I don't know if you guys know, but my mother knew Mr. Burke really well. Like
Oh
he
Jesus.
used to do by me at eat fish festival so right, and
Mm.
it was very intimidating for that man to come find me anywhere and have to report back to my mother. And my mother gave him permission to get me
Keep
right.
tabs on you.
Yeah, man, no,
Oh
to
my
get me right.
God.
No, she gave him permission to get me right if I stepped out of line. And one time, I almost, all right, no, I'm not sure that story. But anyway,
Oh wow.
yeah, I'm not sure that. but yeah, for me, it was just like we were already, known around Middlebrook. Oh my God, like we just everybody know we will go somewhere. You know what I mean? You spot one person, and then that's the thing too. I didn't even know if Jessica get in trouble, all of we I guess in trouble. You know what I mean? Because if Jessica
Yeah,
somewhere,
yeah.
Hmm.
we all we did it. If Jody did something, it's the same thing. And if Shani, and I was just like, oh my God, I can't do this. Like it was really hard not to mess up. You know what I mean? Like not to fall out and then go, okay, yeah, so are them top students and they want to talk about another brook. You know what I mean? Like are them a behave so like that was so for me it was very that was probably in the important no, I'm not really care what nobody was
Right.
there.
Right.
Right? No, especially with me all working. Oh no, no, no. I do my job, you do yours, and we good to go. Like I
Yes.
Look,
don't yeah.
look at you.
Chef.
Um, I don't think I tried to fit in. I think
You know,
I
I
think
genuinely recall Shap as a very
Late person.
no,
Oh
no, no,
Jesus.
no,
can
no,
we
No.
not
no.
talk about it?
For me, Shafel was always Shafel. I don't know how
Yeah,
to
me
describe
not
it.
me not try. Me
No.
not
She in a
try.
league by herself.
Me
You
just
Jesus.
can't, you
me never
can't.
She
really
stood out.
care.
She
Yeah, but
basically stood out. You know her because she was coming in. She was
she had
late.
this
I
quirky
was
She
thing
didn't
Huh?
about
have her
her, and
belt
I
around
didn't have
it's
her
my belt
waist.
around.
yeah,
I never care. My shoes never
it's
clean all
hippie.
the time. My
It's
hair
cool
not
Mm-mm.
hippie.
comb. Me not care how me look. Me not care. Me
Yeah, yeah,
just
yeah.
for
So what you
true.
see is what you get, boo.
This
Exactly.
is what you get.
Shuffle. Half a
And
shuffle attendance at high school are zipper down.
Yeah,
And
Oh
the
my
man.
hand
God.
put it up
True.
on the
Truly.
heels.
Yes,
Half
Truly.
shirt
I remember
off.
that
And
Truly.
the
experience.
hand up on the skirt.
all
What the hell?
true. So
Facts.
I don't think I tried to fit in per se. I was just like, okay, I'm here. Let's get it. Let's
Let's
go.
get it
And
done. Let's get it over with.
it's the same thing at work. And because of it, I think people don't like me for it. But oh well,
Oh
I
no,
went
stop
through
it.
high
Who don't
school
like you?
and I'm fine and I'm here now.
Don't worry,
But
Shafel. We love you. They don't need to
right?
like you.
I said we're finding them. I wouldn't like you. I wouldn't.
That if
Mercy.
Jade.
you know when you get a report, Jade. I was saying to Jade that when you get the report, right, and they put your attendance and late and whatever, If
Mm-hmm.
we were supposed to come to school 100 days, I was late 96 days, and
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-mm.
was living walking distance from
We
school.
know.
We
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 remember.
know.
know.
But you know, it's always the persons that are closer to school or work
Exactly.
I told because
normally
living can
late.
take on 5 minutes to reach.
Jessica,
Yes,
nobody talking about because you probably the furthest and you were
You
school
start
every
travel
morning
from
before
the night
everybody.
before.
man.
Exactly. And
I
if
don't
I
understand.
reach early and I close Meadowbrook, I had an obligation, a
Yeah,
responsibility.
sure. I for
Yes,
open the
to
gate
And
and
open
he
make
the
sure the
worked
gate.
till
place
Maniot,
clean.
God rest his soul. May his soul rest in
Manual.
peace.
Yes,
Yes.
But
right.
yes,
But
I
yeah,
didn't have a choice. I knew
That's
it tried.
right.
yeah.
You know,
I
about
Make
me,
don't
sure
you know,
think.
but I distinctly remember a lot of late nights at that school till
Oh
I,
yes.
yeah, man.
Oh
Till
that
I,
couldn't happen to me.
yeah,
Yeah,
man. Man,
I
you
was
tell Ghana
there.
him yard left me and say, yo, peace.
Mm-mm. No, that.
Jody,
Hmm?
I need to answer the question.
Which question? Oh,
what? Oh, we
God
repeat,
deemed
help
it
teacher,
me.
important.
please.
God help me.
Deemed important. Oh, all right. So one of the
Oh.
things that was, applied. How do I put this? Things that our parents applied pressure on us for in when we were going through high school. Um, the standards that we were held to when it comes to learning.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see that as something that was necessary at the time
Yep.
because, as I said earlier, everybody will have different learning curves.
Yes.
And I didn't see looking back at it, the schooling system that we were subjected to was fair. I know I'm speaking from personal experience. I know for a fact that I learn in a particular way, and the curriculum didn't cater to persons of my particular learning type.
Right.
And it's not everything is chalk and talk and people go and get it.
Right.
And
Right.
then you give us
True.
these one bag of textbooks with how much million
Oh
pages and we
no.
need to make sure to retain all of that
It's
information
true.
and
No.
Mine.
it's a lot.
Cause
and
I'm a
and
visual learner.
Me too.
Exactly.
yeah, you
Me
have some
too.
persons who are tactile, some persons who are visual, some persons who work out with the chalk and talk, but those persons, I think that is somewhat of a lazy way to kind of impart knowledge. And because it's the fastest, you just come, you write stuff on a board, you give them a couple pages to read and they leave. No,
Yeah.
nowadays I learn by trial and error, you
Yeah.
know
Yeah.
hands on. I ask
Absolutely.
questions. That is how I learn. I ask
Yep.
a lot of questions in my field. So the standard that we set, especially children, because we have a lot of things going on. Looking back at it in school,
Yep.
everything hit us all at once.
Listen, my sister's stressed out right now. She's stressed
Yeah,
out.
and I really feel sorry for the kids, especially now they're
Yes.
going through the whole COVID thing, learning
Mm-hmm.
from home, and there's a gap.
Yeah.
There is
Minimize
now
at
a
all.
gap in the learning curve for them that is really, really it's
Mm,
important because they
the-
need that interactive factor, the one that
Right.
the factor that we got
Right.
when we're going to school. That's where we fostered our friendship and our connections that we have right now as a
True.
group.
Yeah.
They're
True.
missing out on that. And
Mm-hmm.
I have a cousin who's 10 years old, and in the latter part of her primary school education, she's not interacting face to face. This remote learning is a new dynamic, and neither the teachers nor the students are prepared to cope. And I feel so bad because they're still holding them to that strict chalk and talk learning standard because the teachers are struggling to now switch up their learning styles or their teaching methods to cater to online. And 'cause you don't
To
have everybody in
online.
the classroom anymore. You can't shout off for them and fling your pencil and your duster when they turn their head and not chat in the class. You can't do that anymore.
Right.
So the teachers are struggling to get creative, and I know it's a real problem. So my heart weeps for this generation right now because I don't know what it's gonna look like. You have some that really try, but the ones who, like me, don't learn well with chalk and
Yes.
talk, they are the
Yes.
ones who are really gonna suffer. And I feel that is a disproportionately large amount of the students now in classes. I don't know. So it it's not that it's not that significant to ensure so somebody come out with 8 ones or 10 ones or 11 ones, 16 ones. Like these
Them end up
children
at
are
the
what
same
when
university
I
where
and
you
when
end
them end up at the same university and all those ones that you get for all of those subjects, you have to at least you have to pick a career. You have to pick a
Yes.
career. And that single career that you choose, that path, may not use all of those subjects. I mean, you can pick, choose, and refuse common details or information that you've learned from other subject areas. But at the end of the day, a few only are significant to the path you choose in your career. So not to say that you should neglect, but help students to kind of help them balance priorities. You have to help them focus on a career path and help them bring out the creative side in them, so that whatever career path they choose, it's something best suited for them, that they won't struggle in, because this is a
Yes.
part of them.
Yes.
So
Baby.
as older persons now, having looking forward to those of us who have kids, those of us married now thinking of kids, that is something that we need to just be mindful of, and kind of guide the new generation coming. It's really sad. Like, I wish the things that I know now, oh goodness, if I had that advantage early on,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it would be better off, honestly. But that's
Okay.
my 2 cents.
Gave a lot of sense though.
Got a
But
$100.
that was good. That was very good. If it is that you could go back, what would you change if there is anything?
No man them.
Oh wow.
Luxury.
Jesus, beyond
No, Diana.
Definitely.
around this group
Jesus.
and
Enough said.
conversation.
What would you change?
Enough
What would
said.
you change,
Oh
Jody? We want to hear
wow.
this. What would you change?
Enough said.
Wow.
Here, what would you change to say it?
Me
What
say
you
it.
Wow.
say on them?
Yeah, but
Me-
what about the
Yeah, the
The one them where
quality.
she pick?
Thank you.
Oh
I
my.
mean, uh,
High school?
So
you feel
So
like
my
young,
eye.
you really feel
young
like
them,
you
huh?
lose a whole time gap with the wrong
Really?
person. Yeah,
But you
yeah.
I
know, to
just
be
call it a
honest,
But
mistake.
hold
It's
on,
just a
wouldn't all of them
mistake.
be the wrong
a
person
learning
all right now,
experience.
though?
It is, but you can't get that time back.
That
You
is
What
can't.
true.
You can't.
I don't think I would change anything.
I
You
wouldn't
can't.
either.
I
It
mean,
makes you who you
the only
are.
good about it
Yeah,
is that you know I know now for sure what I do and do not want.
exactly.
But
And
that's
you
what
can
it
But
taught
meet
but
you.
new
but the whole
guys.
the whole
Exactly.
trauma of those experiences,
Oh no.
I
No, no,
Okay,
no,
avoid
so you
but
those
wish you
out.
no,
could
no,
take
no, no,
back the
no.
trauma.
Say again?
You wish you could take back the trauma, but not
Yeah.
necessarily meeting the guys because it's the guys that
It's
make
the guys
you
that helped.
that
I
help to
just
know the difference.
right. You just have to see it that way because if it is that you're saying, you wish you'd change your man, them when you wouldn't have those experiences, then at this point, you probably would have met a person you are
A
today
different
because
timeline.
they are the ones that
It's
has
just so
helped.
sad, because my parents are always telling me that they try to coddle you and shield you from everything bad, and looking back at it, to me, it's one of my those are something that's something that I regret. My past relationships, I regret them, but there are learning lessons from them. That's
Yeah,
really
and they were
something
all
I
the
can
wrong one
admit.
until your
and
husband.
and I can also say, and it's a sad reality, certain things life have to just you have to experience for yourself to learn, because nobody can tell you stay away from it for you to
Exactly.
know to stay away
True.
from it. Some of them, like, if you can't learn, some of us don't have the luxury to learn a lesson and not be scarred.
Hmm.
Yeah, so that's just, yeah, but that's just me.
Whew. All
All
right.
I
deep, the one
mean,
that
I
deep.
think for me, I don't necessarily would change anything. It's just that for some of the things that I were involved in, such as sports and the performing arts, I wish I probably had taken it more seriously.
Okay.
Most of the stuff I did in high school, it was persons telling me, yo, you're good at this, you can do this, or do dancing, do this. And I was like, oh, enter Miss Meadowbrook if there was a Miss Meadowbrook. And I'm like, I don't see this. And then as I grew, up to this day, well, probably not since, well, pre COVID, I still did netball, and even shying away from stepping out and stepping up, I was still being forced to do it because persons all saw something in me that I necessarily didn't see in myself.
Right.
So I would always probably go to netball and be like reserved, and then still being called out, oh, come and do this position. And I was like, but that's a lot of pressure. But
In
yeah, in
netball.
netball. So even, being the new girl in the group, it's like it was a lot of
I'm
pressure.
sorry.
So I never want to. I wish I had probably done it with more zeal, I guess. Because
Right.
even with dancing, I had many opportunities after Meadowbrook, but still was shy. So I just wish I probably had delved in a little more, but I wouldn't necessarily change being a part of everything.
Okay. Nice. Chevenese.
Um, boy, I wish. I wouldn't change anything either. No, I wouldn't change anything just because I had a full experience. I had a full experience in high school. I don't think I miss any rite of passage or any form of experience. I didn't do everything, guys, but I did do a
Right. Right. Wow.
The
I didn't do
disclaimer.
everything. Disclaimer:
Whoa.
I didn't do everything, but it was just full. Like activities. I was singing, I was dancing with my friends, sports. Like it was good, but I mean, if I had to look back though, I think I'd have just been more, I was just gonna say, a little bit more adamant on like what would have been best for me as an adult. Like the stuff that I knew I was passionate about and that I was really good at, I should have probably given it an extra boost. But yeah, stuff happens. I was depressed in high school at one point.
No man.
So
Mm-mm.
yeah, exactly. No, guys, that's the thing. You see, I was depressed in 10th grade. You guys didn't know that I was diagnosed and depressed in 10th
I
grade.
knew.
Yeah, you knew exactly. So it was because of family stuff, and you know what I mean, going through. I was blanking out in exams, like staring at space, and Amadou
Yeah, I
write my
remember
name,
that.
and that was it. Yeah, it was crazy. So it wasn't like I didn't go through a lot. I did. You know what I mean? So that's why I say it's just a full circle. Just like for me, college is a full circle. I went through a whole bag of things with that too. So it's like, yeah, each period in your life, you just kind of, match up, deal with it, and push through. Because that's what I've been doing for all along.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I've been pushing, boo. Yes.
Push
Better
on,
push.
girl.
Shuffle. Shuffle.
Mm-mm,
I'm here.
you
I'm
talk.
here. I'm here. But you're dramatic duo.
Oh, sorry.
Um,
What's new?
what would I change? I think the only thing I probably would have changed in high school is C-Sec because of how much emphasis is placed on it. I put more
Mm,
emphasis in it. That's
preach.
it. That is what I would change
Can you
because
expand on that, please?
I mean, okay, so yes, I got my subjects that I did. Praise Jesus. But
Mm,
I don't think I put my all in it. And if I didn't put my all in it and I did that well to get the seven, because let me tell you about me and studying the day before the exam for the exam. Imagine if I had put in the work, then I would have then probably made it to sixth form because although I got the subjects, it wasn't all ones and twos and whatever. I got some threes, but I would have probably been able to go to sixth form, which probably would have leveled out matriculating into university. But
University.
instead, I had to be searching around to find a sixth form. I ended up going to pre-U, which really wasn't that bad. But I mean, for the emphasis that is placed from society on getting C-sex subjects, and then you're told, okay, go to high school, go to university, get work. It really never worked that way for me. I had to go to high school, work, and the university to get through.
Well,
So, yeah, so probably working harder to probably get scholarships and whatever to finish school in the time frame that I would have wanted to.
right.
Because unlike persons who might have done it in the 3 4 year period, I just completed, like legit just completed this year, which I'm very proud of myself for.
Oh,
Yes.
because I was about to tell you that
Congratulations.
that means nothing that you just
Exactly.
completed it.
Congrats,
Yeah.
bro.
You know what? I don't
So
mean to cut you, Chef.
I think it also gives me the push.
Yeah.
Hmm.
It's amazing because
Go
one
ahead.
thing we didn't. You guys can hear me, right?
Yes, we can
Yeah.
Yeah,
hear.
yeah. It's so amazing. Like for some reason, I got the impression that if you don't get it right when we're in high school, that's it. There's no backpedaling. There's no second chance. Because of the pressure. And then
Yeah.
you're now in a world where you can learn at any age, get a degree at any age, get your certs at any age.
Any
Yeah, yeah,
age.
Me,
yeah.
information is available to you everywhere, and
Yeah.
there is no pressure to do it to learn something right now. I mean, unless it's for your job or
Yeah. Do it
whatever.
in your
You
timing.
do it in your timing at your pace, and there are so many ways available to impart that knowledge to you. So I just like that.
Nice.
Power to you,
Celine?
chef.
Um, Everybody say everything. I never remember a question.
Boy,
Wait question second.
Would
What
you
would you
change
Okay.
change?
anything?
Hmm.
No, I'm not changing. No, I mean, it's a write up. I looked at it as a write up passage. Like
Yeah.
the fact is, if I never did it, that's where my life would have been messed up. Because right now I feel so bad for persons. Every day I'm looking, I'm like, whoa, some persons really not getting their experience, their high school experience. It's a full package. It has a lot.
yep.
It's not just going through. Even those who just completed, they still never got the full experience because at least a year was spent online. I
Yeah.
mean, you would have missed it. And for me, I wouldn't change anything from the first year to foot to back to tired of this a person to tired of this a teacher to liking this day to I just enjoy the entire experience. I mean, and I would attribute that to also my parents because it wasn't a hard and fast situation. They were there more for motivation and a button over your head say, yo, you girl,
Yeah, yeah.
if you not get this, me give you money for buy a bag juice and you sell it. I'm not, no. It was a work with situation. Them know me never did like maths. So them a work with me. I'm gonna get little more help with my maths and stuff like that. So it wasn't like you were left alone. So your support system is also good. So
Yes.
for me, I think I got I'm not gonna say even I think I know I got the full package, which would have been a base for me now.
Water wars,
Mm.
paint wars.
I tell you, the works.
I mean, it's understandable. I had gone to Middlebrook, left, and came back. So for me, that was an
How will
experience.
you
So
go?
yes, yes, ma'am. So I went to Meadowbrook grade 8 and grade 7 and grade 8. I left in grade 8 and I came back in grade 10.
Where you go, just
I
where you
said,
go,
Moana, where
Jade?
you went?
I went to the Hydel High School.
I never did realize. It looked like it just did it.
Yeah.
So
Oh
I
God.
think you see
Sure
how
is.
this is.
Sure is. Baby
You
said.
see how this is.
Hey, you know what I'm thinking? No, it kind of makes sense.
Ocha.
In terms of no,
In terms of
because
fitting
remember,
in.
no, the fitting in. Because remember, we would
Yes.
have all been together from seventh grade.
True.
Persons would
Yes.
have already formed. Oh, I like this person. They're more like me, and the
It's
Yes.
personality types
true.
and click. And then when you come in, you'd have felt like the outsider and been like,
It
Yes.
was
oh,
hard when
okay,
she left.
everybody is,
That's true.
not necessarily
Yes.
taken, but it's like weird. It's like,
Yeah.
how
Yeah.
do I do this? How
So
do
that
I?
is it was hard. It was hard to go in
Yes.
because in grade 10, everybody already know them subject, everybody
Subject,
finding
Yeah,
yeah.
group,
Oh
yeah,
my
it's
everybody
true.
God,
It's true. It
girl.
makes
and
sense.
I am there fish out of water. Don't know where I am, what to
Wow.
The
do.
lamb to the slaughter.
Don't it?
Mm,
But I mean I made it, don't it?
Yes,
I
Yes,
made
you
it.
did.
amen.
You
Praise the
conquered. You're
you
a
Lord.
did,
But
So
no,
conqueror.
say
Your
honestly, I'm
show,
forget not to
darling. You're a
realize that there was
conqueror.
a gap in your
I
presence.
You
tell
didn't
you,
realize.
yeah, man. It's just like I
I
fit in.
did.
I can mingle with anybody at any time, and
the
it just seems
camouflage.
this basically. So I mean, I left and came back. It was strange, but I mean, I don't have any regrets about high school at all. The going because those experiences have changed. I mean, in grade 7 and grade 8, I basically wasted my time, and I left, and it's when I left and went to, and actually I had a problem because the classes were too big,
Oh yeah,
and
40 I win on Miss Cohen
40
class.
something, and I don't
I
think
know, right,
I,
Jody?
I don't think I was able to learn in such a big classroom.
Yeah,
So my
you see,
parents
God, take it back.
realized that, and they carried me to another school where I'll get better attention at,
Yeah.
and that is
Did the
what had
extension help?
it did, because then me start focus on actually doing schoolwork. I wasn't a waste of time anymore. I actually started doing work, so I just needed the attention to get work done.
Yeah.
And there were times when even at Meadowbrook in grade 7 or 8, I'll ask a question nobody wants to answer because I keeping up the classroom. When
Yeah,
we have moved
Or
on from
yeah, you have to
yeah,
go
that.
back and
man,
read on your own time kind of
yeah,
thing as
man,
Yes,
well.
yeah, man. Kids like
Yeah.
prisoner. Mm.
No, they're treating like
They were moving
university.
fast. They were moving fast. Got it? Okay, next. I
yeah,
was
yeah,
like,
him.
oh,
Oh
okay.
yes, oh yes, they
Yeah.
were moving
They do
so
a math
fast.
thing, and then you don't get to practice the math. You have to go
No,
home
you
and do it
don't.
on your own.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yes.
remember that
And
So
you have
that
classroom
to
beside
write,
the
you got to
It
office.
write it
goes
off on the
right back to what
chalkboard
my
before they
dad
rub
said.
it off too. Or you gone. That's it.
he did that, yes.
Gone.
Write it and rub it off
Rub it
immediately.
off. You're gonna get it. Gone. That's it.
Mm.
So they weren't catering to different persons and how they learn,
Yep.
actually. So I had to do that for my own benefit. But then the school I was at didn't do the arts, and I really wanted to do most of the arts subjects, so I came back to whatever.
Okay.
You did have to come back. You know, realize
Mm-hmm.
if you never
Okay,
come back, we wouldn't see you.
that's right. That is right. So
Because that's how it works today.
You
Yeah.
probably would have met her at Edna, maybe, if she would have gone.
Yeah, but that I want somebody I don't know what we got right now.
You never hear, so
true.
she's the place never do the art, so she wouldn't reach her Edna because she wouldn't have no subject from
No,
this. So.
Jessica understand what you're saying. All
yeah.
right.
You would have
So
gotten there one way or the other.
I get you. All right. So this is our last question. So has your life turned out the way that you have expected it to?
No,
Eh,
no, no,
Jesus.
no, no.
Oh,
No.
Chevanese.
I'm not going
Chevanese.
Shamaniz.
first. I'm not going
Shaman.
first. No.
You may not go first. Oh,
No.
God. I
Never
don't like
I
the
been
think
sound
that.
of
I
that.
think my life. Let me start. I think my life has no. I think my should I say that?
Yes.
I hold on. My husband is here laughing. I mean, hold on. Should I? No, no. Wait. I think it did.
Guys.
Exactly.
I think my life turned out exactly how it's supposed to be. I never expected I'd been married twice.
Mercy
Never
Almighty.
Deep.
expected it.
Deep.
Um,
I like it.
but I am happy that it happened that way. I'm
Amen.
so happy it happened that way because I have learned that we don't have to settle. I have learned
Mm-hmm.
who I
Eh,
am.
Amen.
I have learned to love myself.
Self love.
yes, girl.
Um, and even though I don't think school did much for me. I mean, it did something.
We
It
get
did,
you. We get you.
obviously. But
Yeah, man.
I think after high school is where I've actually learned lessons in life. After high
Ah,
school.
Yes, yes, yes,
true.
Yeah.
yes.
So is my life how I want it to be now? I believe so because I'm in the era that I want to be in.
All
And I
right.
am happy doing it. I'm a nice husband. And I
Pray.
Very
have
true. Very true.
Pray.
and yeah, so I think I'm where I'm supposed to be. So I never expected it to be this route, but sometimes we don't know the route that God wants to bring us at.
Ah,
And I've also realized that sometimes a person's in our life can either be a lesson or they can be a friend
or a blessing.
or a blessing. And
Mm-hmm,
I've
mm-hmm.
also come to the realization that sometimes we can marry our lesson and we're not supposed to.
Hey,
Oh.
Jesus.
Next
Yes,
Seems
person.
like we are
Lord.
going on one different
No,
podcast.
this definitely need another podcast.
Let somebody
Person,
sing it.
please.
Yes, God.
Johnny,
Are
Uh,
you ready?
Oi.
Yes, God.
Jojo?
Eh?
your
Ah,
turn, Judy.
I think I don't know where life will be taking me in the future, but where I am, I've just learned to, accept that this where I am right now is a part of God's plan.
Yeah.
And
Ah,
with whatever resources I have available, I need to just work with them to kind of channel those doors to open, so to carry me to the next level. Because I there are things that I still want for myself that I haven't gotten yet, in terms like especially career wise.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And I have things in the pipeline working on that. One of the things that I really took for granted in the past was, the power of patience, um, and praying and waiting. All of that now I'm just trying to do a little bit more, and keep at it, because consistency is also another thing that we have to be in
Yes.
order to get where we need to go or where we want for ourselves.
Discipline.
So I think, though I'm not where I want to be 100%, I believe I'm on the right path. I feel it because I used to feel overwhelmed, and I don't feel that anymore.
Okay.
So I do know that something is going in the right direction.
Okay.
So yeah, that's what I can
Okay.
say.
Nice. Chevanese.
Guys.
mm.
Okay. So my husband is there is like across this room, so I don't know like what to
Speak
say.
it.
But no man, I it is not
What?
how I thought it was going to turn out.
Okay.
It didn't go as planned. As you guys know me, who really know me, knows them write down things and tick them off. But make plans ahead of time. Like I always do stuff like that. So for me, it was letting go of that control. The fact that
Okay.
stuff wasn't going the way I wanted it to go. You know what I mean? And I just kept like beating up myself. I beat up myself more than anybody else, by the way. And I was just like, okay, I was getting on myself about like why is this not going the way it not going. But when I became a mom at 25,
Oh, sweet
Boy.
boy.
Yes, peanuts. Pick up your nice cleans. Okay, go ahead.
yes, thank you, thank you. When I became a mom, that kind of everything just kind of shifts. You know what I mean? It shifts, and your perspective. I'm now living my life through Jeremiah's eyes. I can see him experiencing. You know what I mean? The same country I grew up in, and it's different now. You know what I mean? Like what he's seeing and experiencing, I didn't have that necessarily as a child. So for me, yeah, I'm married. I'm
Boy.
focused on like self love now and like making
Yes.
myself happy. Like I think I
Yes.
was so caught up on other people making me happy, which was and then when
Yes.
I didn't do it,
Oh,
and when I didn't do it, I got mad. You know what I mean? I get
Yes.
angry and
Yes.
I
wow.
get really, off puttish. Like I state to myself, and I don't know if you guys know this, but when I am a loner, I am a loner. Like I stay to myself. Like I listen to my metal. I don't even you know what I mean. Like I'll stay in the bathroom all day. Like that's me. So on the other flip side now is just working every day. I wake up and work with Jacob every single day. I work with Jeremiah every single day because it's a task. You know what I mean? And
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, it shifted. And for me, I had to find the joy because he is my joy. I had to find the
Right.
joy in it every single day.
Yeah.
It's tough. It's tough. I'm not gonna lie
Oh,
to you, know. You understand what I mean? But
Mm-hmm.
the joy is there. You know what I mean? Like the fact that I have this little kid as my legacy, just in itself alone, is amazing. So
Yes.
yeah, it didn't work out the way I wanted to. I didn't want to be a mom until I was 30, which is no. Yeah, that's what I mean.
Right.
Which is no. But yeah, it happened, and boy, we can't wait for one time, We can't wait for one time, cause yeah, we need some
just
baby
send them come
start.
gear.
I know,
That's
right?
right.
Auntie
We need
Shahab.
everybody for catch up, like now. Sitting on the side
Huh?
people, Jody, Jamie.
Huh?
No,
No,
we are
I'm
talking
not
about
stress
tonight.
Jessica Shuffle. I'm not stress her.
Oh, but you want
But
my face right now. Come here, some married people, some of them. I listen to
Thanks.
people that
yeah,
I
call my
really
name.
appreciate it.
you're
I
welcome.
know, right? I'm not
You
under
know what?
pressure.
Um, Jessica, you know.
I can't
So for
manage.
me, I I wouldn't say it has turned out the way I've expected. Well, there's a flip side. I am still living, so I wouldn't say it has turned out the way I expected. So I do expect
Hold
more,
on. Wait. Hold on. Go
but
again. Go again. Go again. Go
no, because the
again.
question was, has your life turned out the way you expected? So I'm saying
Meaning
it hasn't turned
she's
No,
still
because
out
that's
the
why I
way
living.
it's
was asking you to
expected.
go
She's
again.
still
Because based on your saying, it sounds
Based
like
on
you
your
expected to die.
exactly.
No,
No, no,
no,
man.
no. I get
She's.
it. I get it. She's
I
still
no,
get
I'm
it
living,
asking
too.
if
meaning
it's
she
the
still have
way
a
I
life.
expected. So I'm still living.
She
So
have a
I
chance.
expect other things to happen.
Right, exactly.
Right.
She's still living.
Yeah,
She
has
still
your
has
way
life
turned
living.
out the way you expected? No. I'm
Right,
still living, so I'm expecting other things. But
Sorry,
where I am
right.
now,
comprehension wasn't my
No, no, no,
best.
it's not. It's not your alone. It's not your alone, Shaffer, because I understood it a totally different way.
no
That's why
man,
I said,
because
hold
Oh
on.
your
God.
question would have seemed
This,
like, okay, this
this
is
is
it.
why
Is
we
this
should
what
have
I
paid
want?
attention in that literature class.
Well, I think it's more of a milestone question.
Yeah.
So where I am now, I would say yes. I have far probably exceeded where at
Boy,
this
yes,
stage.
girl. Yeah, girl.
But I still do expect more. I'm hoping to get married one day.
Yeah,
I'm
girl.
still
That's
hoping to have a child one day.
Yes, girl.
But I
Yes.
think sometimes when I do look back, I wish that high school would have taught me more of self care and self love.
yes, yes.
Work life balance is a hell of a thing.
It's
Yeah.
And
difficult.
there are days it can just be work home, and there's no
Mm-hmm.
time to balance,
Yeah,
rekindling friendship
Yeah,
or
man.
catching up and having a girls chat or a girls night out
yeah.
or whatever it is. So I
Mm-hmm.
wish that life
Yeah.
in high school would have taught us, hey, it's okay to take some time for
I mean
yourself
it. Yes.
and take care of you mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and all of that, and
Yeah.
pump the brakes. You're always on the go. So I am anticipating more, but
Mm-hmm.
at this present moment where I am, I think I have exceeded
Hey,
what I would
Jesus.
have wanted to do at this
Somebody in
point
the
in time.
spirit. Okay. Shuffle.
Jade. um, no, I don't think I'm where I expected to be. But when you start going through this process and then you have to stop and recenter,
Focus.
refocus, and start
Yeah.
again, I
Mm-hmm.
think that is where I'm at. So, as Jody has said, growing up, we never know we had the chance to refocus and recenter. We thought if we got it wrong, we're just wrong and done.
True.
Right.
So, it's not where I thought I would have been, but I'm glad where I am, and I'm
Yeah.
hopeful for where I'm going to.
Yes, girl.
In Jesus' name.
Amen.
Sidine.
All right.
Okay.
Stay
So
right
for
here. Say
me,
good night. Good night.
oh, good night. How are y'all? So for me, um, I I would put it this way: I wouldn't change a thing. I am right where I want to be at this point in my life.
Yes.
Um, I mean, for me, what probably wouldn't have worked for Chevanese, and I'm going to tell you what you need to do, Chevanese, because you never needed to throw away that little method that you thought was controlling you. The only
Right.
missing piece you had there
Uh huh.
was not was it the praying about it and just leaving it to God
Yeah,
and
you
not
hate that.
worrying your brain on everything.
Mm.
For me, I took a lot of things. I as my God always talk about my parents. I never need a guy to tell me say I look good or them love me. My mother tell me every day, my daughter you look good.
Yes, yes, yes.
I never needed. So if you wanting
Yep.
That's
otherwise,
empty,
that
Eileen.
was your business.
True, true.
That was your business. So for me, I was just what high school didn't give me, I got it at home. So I was rounded in that area, and for me, I had other friends that were like older than I. So I would learn a lot of things. I would see stuff that would happen to them or whatever, and I was like, yo, I don't want that to be me. And I take that and I try to apply certain. I'm like that person. I observe and I try to make a correction. But for me, it was always God for me. um I would put these things. I would say, God, I wanted to do my degree immediately after. I wanted to do my master's immediately after. I had to work, and I said to him, I don't want to be alone. I didn't pay a loan for my master's. When I said I wanted, when I was through, I wanted to be free to buy my car. I didn't have a loan, so I was free to buy my car. I said I wanted that change in job, and I tell God exactly what I needed. I was very specific in everything that I needed. I tell him,
Manifesting.
and that is what I want Shavanis to hear, and everybody else who is listening. Be
A
specific
word.
with your prayer
Yeah.
and whatever you want. Trust me, it will not you. I'm not saying that you will get it right away,
Right.
but it's something that for me, some things in my life it happen right away or I have to wait. But what I've learned, and the Bible teaches that, is for patience, right? And you're going to have long suffering. So a part of that is just to be so you're exercising all what God has given you from the Bible to learn how to deal with these things. For me, I tell people says, if my top stressed about things and I become a love sleep, I'm gonna tell people I'm too pretty
Yeah,
for
yeah,
stress.
yeah, yeah,
So in I can't do that.
yeah.
Down
Yes,
to the man, me list out the man qualities I'm tell God me want.
All right now.
And when I met this guy, I tell God say, if I him for married, make me see him every day. And
Mm-hmm.
best believe it. The
Yeah,
man come
girl.
on my yard every day.
She
Every
was about to
day.
say boy, but go ahead.
And right? Him come on my yard every day. And I never left it there. I'd ask somebody to pray. That's why I say I never left God out of it. I asked somebody to pray. And the confirmation just come. You know, say good girl now waste no time. After that,
yeah, girl.
I went
That's
for it,
right.
and as I say, I was so specific that even God has a sense of humor, because I always tell God, say I don't want a policeman and I don't want a soldier man.
Mm-hmm. I used to say that too. I used to
But
say
guess what? Him give me somebody still in the security field, in the whole
that.
ministry security field.
Right?
But I think he gave me someone that I could handle the job that he's doing. It took me a while, but not a long while, because I'm not so stressed or think about him that much, right? And the thing is, I think it boosts both my spiritual life, my physical life. It helped.
Whoa, sorry.
Yeah, it helped me to find.
Jade,
Yes, it. It helped me to find work-life balance. Yes, that work-life balance. It's not easy, especially when you're working from home, but it's something you have to force yourself to do and never give up your that self-love thing there. Please do not work on it. And I'm a friend
Listen,
of my,
if you
my
guys haven't read my book is out now.
oh yeah, we need to get the book, people.
Yes.
So you guys need to get the book. It also speaks
Yes.
about self-love and how important it is.
Yeah, it we need
We
for,
need
I
that.
think that we need for build it. Cause I don't want to not have that it. I want my loving, I want to not happy and no stress. The only thing I should have stress about I for no things so no life not right yet. But other than that, I just want everybody just live life and love God and just serve God because everybody say what go on and I just hope say all are we good and that everything. Remember saying the Bible says seek ye first the
The
kingdom of
kingdom
God,
of God.
and everything else I got add after it. So trust me, everything you wanna expect, Jody, all of your plans where you say you want to do and you know it in the works. Once God there in the front of it, best believe them a come. Because most times he wants us just to trust him a little more, put that prayer thing they out there, read and fast and best believe it's a come. So my
Minister, minister,
I mean,
minister,
sure. Praise the
minister.
Lord.
Right,
Praise the
so
Lord.
before we pass around the offering plate, I'm going to just tell everybody thank you so much for being on the podcast. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it from the minister to the singer to everybody. I enjoyed the conversation,
yes, this
and
was very enlightening.
yes, I mean we've learned more about each other surprisingly from this podcast.
True.
Things
Yes.
about people that we didn't know. Cause nobody obviously knew I left and came back, but we're not talking about that
I
right here.
know. I know.
Um,
Please take it back.
but all right, I'll take it back. But yeah, thank you guys so much for being on the podcast. I really appreciate it.
You're
And
welcome.
thank you guys for even listening to the Unfiltered by Jade. And guess what? We'll be back next week, Tuesday. Thank you.